Attack. Attack of the show. Attack.
I'm a Portuguese zombie today. I really am. Portuguese zombie.
Attack of the show. We'll do the whole thing like zombies.
That's an interesting zombie.
A very boring show.
No, it won't. Hey, it's Attack of the Show. We're TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. Bundles of excitement. Today I'm Kevin Pereira and Morgan Webb is here.
Thank you.
So it's sort of Wednesday and it's
Right.
also sort of Tuesday.
More Tuesday than Wednesday. But you know, if you're watching this on a DVR, it probably is Wednesday.
Yes.
So it works out.
If you're watching this online, you probably pirated it. You jerk.
We're coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles.
Hey, on this very show today, former TV Terminator Garrett Dillahunt usually plays psychopaths, but today he'll be here live in studio to talk about his TV comedy Raising Hope and how he punches babies to keep them quiet. That's how you quiet them, right?
Right, absolutely.
Okay, good. Then Candace Bailey's Vision Quest, hey, turns lethal when we send our new co-host to a gun range to fire automatic weapons. Hopefully not murder Wesley Scott.
Well, we'll see if he behaves himself. And I pity the fool that has to review the A-Team, and that fool turns out to be Chris Corp. Tuesday. Plus, we from the camera committee when the Gadget Fun Holiday Gift Guide rates a super thin Kodak with a 5x optical zoom. Ooh, they really liked that.
That hasn't existed
5
before.
times optical zoom. Whew, wow.
Easy room. Now it's time to go some viral videos, review them, talk about them, have some fun. Let's do it.
We're stuffing your stockings. We'll say it that way. With Around the Net.
Okay.
Yeah. We're starting out with a really good one.
This is a really strong one.
It's a doozy.
Folks, in at number 5 today, international action star Hugh Jackman tries to make a dramatic entrance on a zip line.
It was definitely dramatic. The reporters at Australia's 7 p.m. project, they'll explain for you.
In the news today, Tuesday the 14th of December, and Hugh Jackman has been injured while making a spectacular entrance to Oprah Winfrey's Australian show at the Sydney Opera House. The Australian actor took a flying fox from the top of the Opera House sails before crashing into a lightning rig at the top of the stage and hurting his eye.
Is it wrong to think that is hilarious?
No, that's what you're supposed to feel about it. Because now Hugh Jackman knows the exact pain we all felt while watching Wolverine.
In at number 4 today, an example of hard-hitting journalism from New York's CBS 2 News.
Yeah, it seems a local greeting card designer has a creative way of marketing her products.
And it leads to just a gloriously awkward interview.
Greeting cards are not the only items on display at Jillian's store on the Lower East Side. This pole-dancing greeting card designer is trying a novel way to lure customers into her Allen Street store. Her store's been in business for only 2 months now, and during the daylight hours, it's actually tough to see what's going on inside. Jillian is a serious greeting card designer with a thriving business of the past 10 years. Doesn't she worry that doing pole dancing in her store could make people take her less seriously?
Not at all. Everyone embraces my art and every time that I do it.
You know, a reporter's microphone is the least awkward thing that's been put in her face while she's on the pole, I'm sure.
Well, I'm sure her marketing is for her art. Is very
For her
effective.
heart, yes. Yeah. Don't mind me staring at you, lady. I'm just looking for a card for my wife.
Just examining the art you have on your shelves.
She's a serious greeting card designer. Shut up. Look, we know that being in a marching band isn't exactly the coolest notch in your belt, but relax, band geeks, because you're among friends with today's number 3 item.
This recent marching band maneuver by the University of Hawaii Manoa may not make you want to run out and learn how to play the sousaphone, because maybe you already know how, but it will make you respect a marching band's choreography skills.
complicated notes when we're kicking the ball. That's what it's at. But did they win the pig ball match?
I don't think it really matters after that, right? They won the marching match?
There are no winners in a marching match. But fair enough.
The other day, we brought you footage of Minnesota's Metrodome roof collapsing.
Oh my God, I remember that from yesterday. Yes.
Yep. I think everyone, including us, assumed that it was because of the blizzard. They dumped 17 inches of snow and sort of the general engineering failure of that situation.
Seemed like a safe assumption,
Yeah,
Morgan.
right?
However, new footage has revealed the true cause. It was the powerful wizard of Green Bay. He did it!
He is very talented.
Very talented. And I don't know if the Green Bay Wizard takes requests, but I would love to see the view set imploded. If we can get him. Bubba Walters!
Sadly, while the Wizard was powerful enough to deflate the Metrodome, not powerful enough to make the Vikings actually win.
Yeah, that would take an act of God. Porkskin Zang! Thank you. Still ahead, a viral video that will probably get someone sued.
See the murderous alternate ending of the new film Yogi Bear in our #1 ATN.
This portion of Attack of the Show is brought to you by the G4 Store, the only place to get your hands on the G4 limited edition collection of hoodies, t-shirts, DVDs, and more.
I think we should do it again.
I think I just heard my back. Oh, hey! I'm young. And at #1 today, an amazing clip that is blowing up the internet. Things have literally exploded. Servers and small children.
They shouldn't have been so close to the servers, I guess.
I agree. Keep your kids off the internet.
As you may be aware, a CGI film called Yogi Bear is on its way to a theater near you, whether really you like it or not.
Yeah. And after seeing the trailer, an animator named Edmund Earl created his own alternate ending to the movie. And it's a spot-on homage to the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Is that really the full name of the movie? Yeah. Oh.
They must have had bigger posters back then.
Right? Yeah, Twitter didn't exist. They couldn't promote the movie.
They couldn't put that themovie.com.
Exactly.
By the coward Robert Ford, themovie.com. Not enough characters. All right, I think you'll find that it perfectly expresses the bleak outlook of anyone forced to actually watch the Yogi Bear movie.
Don't that poster look dusty?
The happy pop music at the end is brilliant.
Fantastic.
Brilliant. And it's especially funny because people who actually watch Yogi Bear will wish that they were on the business end of a rifle after seeing it. You know what I mean?
If there's any justice, that animator will get hired by Pixar immediately.
I hope so. But now, folks, we've got to change subjects a little bit. It
All right.
is that time of the year again.
Stupid holidays.
All right, let's see how Tiny Morgan is celebrating. Maybe she has some joy.
Stupid. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. I love Tiny Christmas. La 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 la. Woo, woo, woo. I think it was cologne. I'm not sure. I can't take it anymore. There's only one way out of here. I've got to chew my arm off. I did it. I'm finally free. Now it's time to climb out of this damn stocking.
What was that noise? What are you doing?
I was stuffing the stocking full of wonderful toys and joy for the children of the world.
Murderer. Hey, of all the different kinds of art you can make, street art is probably the one that's going to get you arrested.
But that didn't stop our UK correspondent Billy Porter from tracking down Secret Wars, a group trying to turn street art into a recognized sport.
Hello America, I'm Billy J.D. Porter and we're in Shoreditch, London. The people here at Village Underground are trying to turn live street art into a recognised sport. Think Fight Club with marker pens. We're going to check it out. I'm here with Terry, the founder of Secret Wars. Where did you get the idea from?
About 4 years ago, hanging out with my mates and just like, why are we doing gallery shows? What can we do that's better? I never really expected it to get to this level. We only ever did it for a small competition in Shoreditch. Now it's like 20 countries.
Secret Wars is a live art battle concept. So basically, it's two teams that go to head, white walls, black markers, 90 minutes. It's really basic stuff.
The Secret Wars mean drawing in front of loads of people really drunk.
Do you think that white walls and black pens is going to replace like spray paint eventually?
Absolutely not. Like, it's a completely different thing. Like, Secret Wars shouldn't be confused with graffiti. The skills do translate easily, but at the end of the day, we're just drawing.
All the artists coming on now. We've got London, Amsterdam, Birmingham and Lisbon. Let's see who wins.
Do you want to see this now?
I tried jumping the barriers so I can get a chance over there when no one's listening to me. So I'm going to try and say my piece over here. Teams are battling it out behind me. The crowd is going mental. Who are you rooting to win?
London, of course.
What do you think about the other team's artwork so far?
I think Birmingham have done a real good thing. Like they got a lot of good stuff going on.
Okay, there's 10 minutes on the clock. Everyone's battling it out. It's getting pretty tense out here. Let's see what happens. Okay, there are 5 minutes to go. The wall is totally covered. Who's gonna win? Birmingham. 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 Birmingham are the favourite. 3, 2, 1. They're about to announce the winner any minute.
Birmingham. 3-0, you are through to the final.
What gave you the winning streak tonight?
We're just better at drawing than London, I think.
In comparison to everyone else, Birmingham are just better at drawing. What set you apart from the rest?
Brains, brawn, and bravado.
Congratulations, Birmingham. Can we have a group hug? Or just a single hug?
To me, that's completely reinvented Secret Wars.
Tonight was massive. Everyone's still on a high for what happened. Congratulations, Birmingham. Gonna be huge.
All right, still ahead, Chris Gore brings us Cops, Crooks, and Creeps when he reviews The Other Guys, The A-Team, and Cyrus on DVD Tuesday.
And later, actor Garrett Dillahunt from Raising Hope will be here live at the evening studio. Stick around. This portly fella is trying to jump off this dirt ramp. So what happens next? Does he make it over without a scratch? Does he fly off the ramp and eat it? Or does the bike frame break when he lands? Find out when we return. This portly fella is trying to jump off this dirt ramp. So what happens next? Does he make it over without a scratch? Does he fly off the ramp and eat it? Or does the bike frame break when he lands? hope you've learned your lesson. Welcome back to the show, everybody. It is time to get informed.
And if I run over there really fast, I can bring you the news.
Ready, go.
Okay.
Start the feed.
I'm gonna walk.
Oh, wait.
Because I'm not actually wearing my running shoes right now. Safety first, everybody. It's Tuesday, December 14th, and here are your top stories. CES 2011 is still a few weeks away, but rumors are flying that Microsoft is gearing up to take on the iPad.
What?
I know. The New York Times spoke with a few unnamed sources at Microsoft who said that Steve Ballmer will be hitting the stage in Vegas to unveil a new line of tablet PCs from Samsung and Dell. While it is likely the new devices would run on Windows 7, the Times was told that the announcement might be paired with a tablet-optimized Windows 8 release. But worth noting, the iPad sold over 4 million units last quarter alone, so good luck with that, Microsoft. Jeopardy is getting ready to answer the question of whether humans can compete with artificial intelligence. Two Jeopardy All-Stars, Ken Jennings and Brad Rutter, will face off against Watson, an IBM-built computing system packed with knowledge and fine-tuned to compete on the quiz show. Watson has already passed the qualifying rounds, but has also lost a few preliminary competitions against human contestants due to his tendency to completely misunderstand questions riddled with puns and wordplay. The Battle of Man vs. Hal is slated to air February 14th through the 16th. Go humans!
Team Human!
Team Human! The U.S. military is known as the most advanced in the world, so that's why the Army is giving soldiers the latest in high-tech gear, as in smartphones. Yes, the Army is flirting with a plan to issue iPhones or, hopefully, Android-powered phones like mine, like any other piece of combat equipment. Smartphone-packing soldiers would have obvious advantages like GPS and advanced field communication, but they could also be used to acquire biometric data from enemies, which begs the question, what happens on the battlefield when all those soldiers start playing Angry Birds? Nothing. No war, world peace. Exactly. Playboy is paying an homage to Tron Legacy the only way they know how. With boobs! Lots and lots and lots of boobs. This photo series dubbed Game On features Playboy's top bunnies putting on their program face, straddling light cycles, and throwing glowy frisbees. In other words, it's a whole lot of neon and a whole lot of lady bags. And the countdown for Tron XXX parody starts right now. And finally, some unfortunate news. Vulture is reporting that Jon Favreau will not be returning to direct the third Iron Man film. What? I know. An inside source says Favreau was frustrated with Marvel's attempt to stuff too many characters in the story in order to suit the upcoming Avengers film. And no, a Swingers sequel has nothing to do with it. I'm Morgan Webb, and you've just been fed. Now let's see what Kevin's up to, just because, I don't know. Why not?
Because you're curious. Thank you, Morgan Webb. I bet I can actually make Morgan reappear next to me in like 5, 4, 3, 2.
Ta-da! Yay! I dropped something.
So unprofessional. So unprofessional.
Put that down here. Can I dash your phone?
No. Let's talk about a camera, though.
Let's do that. Okay. Can I take a picture of your phone on the ground?
No, we're not throwing my phone on the ground. We're talking about a camera.
Okay, fine. Well, this camera's sharing ability is going to make your drunk pics instant drunk uploads.
Ah, yes. Now your walk of shame can live online. Kodak swears they have the thinnest camera with a 5x optical zoom, and we're inclined to believe them because of the M590. About the size of a cell phone, this point-and-shoot packs 14 megapixels and HD video capture for high-quality images in any environment. Plus, with the share button, you can easily upload pictures or video to YouTube, Facebook, or any other site using a computer. Hey, thin is in for $140.
All right, Kodak is calling the M590 the world's thinnest camera, with a 5 times optical zoom, which is actually fairly impressive. It's about half an inch thick. It weighs almost 5 ounces. It is very compact and actually very sleek looking. Do you like the design?
I don't mind it, actually. First of all, to camera makers out there, like 14 megapixels, great. Give me 7 megapixels and half the size of this camera, and that would be even more awesome, because most people don't take the photos in the highest resolution anyways. But with that said, this camera, pretty light. I was actually surprised at how light it is. It's got a 2.7-inch LCD screen. It's a bright screen.
It's a little smaller than his
Right,
than you see around.
But they're going for the compact camera approach. Oh, sorry. Hey, everybody, there's the camera. Look at that. Hey. It is a little low resolution, but it's bright, which is nice. It uses micro SD card storage, upgradable to 32 gigs, if you fancy.
Yeah, and the camera was actually, it was made for sort of beginning to casual users. It's not for the fancy users. The button interface is easy to use.
Yeah, this is like the digital photography training wheels, basically, and it's easy to use. It boots up quickly, which is nice.
Love
You
that.
can use the shortcut buttons to navigate through menu options. And I like that they give you dedicated buttons for things like trash and flash. Those are pretty much the two things you're gonna.
Because how often are you like scrolling through your menu and like changing the flash
delete?
to?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yes. And then flash, auto, off, whatever. Just press the button, people. It's there. The D-pad and the buttons, they feel a little cheap and a little plasticky to some. I didn't mind them. I mean, it's supposed to be a budget camera, so why not?
Right, totally. Now the M590 has smart capture feature, which is great for beginners, of course, but are the settings adjustable at all? Or?
Yeah, you're not locked into
Okay.
too much. The smart capture option will determine the proper settings for you. Thank you, camera. You can also select different shooting scenes, such as outdoors, night, action shots, West Hollywood right there. You can also make basic adjustments to the ISO, the exposure, and the sharpness, so you can tweak it to your heart's desire.
Now the Easy Share application allows you to quickly upload your photos. Dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Is it simple to destroy your life and privacy online? Or is
They
it hard?
make it incredibly easy to ruin a career.
Good.
Well, here's the thing. First, you actually need to download the camera's pre-installed Kodak software to your computer. Some people aren't a fan of that, but it does work. You can tag your friends via face detection. It can do it for you. You can do it automatically. And once you choose which photos and videos you want to share, the next time you sync your camera to the computer, it automatically uploads those photos to your Facebook, Flickr, email, Grindr, other social networking accounts. It's a nice feature to have, but you can probably send photos just as quickly yourself, to be honest. But, you know, for the moms of the world, fantastic. And we'd like to see Wi-Fi connectivity. I mean, that'd be sweet if you got near your computer and it shared, again, the photos you selected to share.
As long as it's very clear about what you're sharing, and also realistically, does everybody on your Facebook, do all of your Facebook friends want to see every single picture that you took at your kid's
No,
birthday
but I'm
party
going
last
to
night?
post them on their wall anyways, you jerks. Look at all my photos, and you better like them. The ones you tag that you like. I mean, there's no like breathalyzer to make sure you're in a proper situation for tagging, but
That would be hilarious.
That would be sweet.
Yeah. All right, it shoots 14 megapixel images, which are huge, has a 5x zoom. The quality, the picture quality, how does that rate?
Yeah, obviously important for a camera, and it's great for its size. Pictures look sharp, colors are vibrant, and daylight. Look at that daylight photo.
Ooh.
Some hazy, some washed out, but you can. They're pots. You get it.
Fix it in post.
Yes, exactly. The 5x zoom is nice. It takes decent photos depending upon the lighting. In dark settings, there's a touch of grain. That man didn't have a beard. That was all grain. Other than that, look, it works. It's a camera.
And it shoots 720p, so video?
It does shoot 720p video. That won't be the primary usage for this thing.
Right.
It looks decent. In daylight, our standard turtle pond footage, which is the benchmark of photographers across the world.
I love the turtle pond footage.
I know.
So relaxing and nice.
It shows a bit of grain and digital noise.
Yeah.
Same for darker settings. Overall, it's not that bad.
Yeah. All right, well, you can get this camera actually for $140. So is it a buy or is it a don't buy?
Morgan, at that price, camera's a buy.
Can't beat that price. Can't beat the price.
It's got a sleek and compact design, good picture and video quality. The Easy Share works. Again, we wish it were Wi-Fi enabled, but hey, it's a good camera. Folks, every January, gadget executives and strippers descend on Las Vegas for CES, and this year, Morgan and I will be there. I will be stripping on January 6th.
He will most likely have all of his clothes on.
I'll be writing greeting cards.
Who knows what we'll find? A Verizon iPhone, maybe?
How about a tasteful but risque stage show involving dancers from or around the Southwest?
I think that's very likely.
It's Vegas. It's fine.
Check out g4tv.com/CES2011 for a little preview of the show for you. So far, we sent new AOTS co-host Candace Bailey to a frisky photo shoot in a sex dungeon on her AOTS Vision Quest because we just love committing HR violations.
Yes.
It's so fun.
So per human resources note, enough with the sexiness.
No.
Instead, we're just going to give her guns.
Also an HR violation.
Before joining the team, I was sent on a spiritual journey, a vision quest to find out what it means to be a part of Attack of the Show.
Oh my God!
Because it's not just enough to know about technology, sci-fi, cars, guns, and fetish porn. You gotta live it and breathe it. In my quest for knowledge, from the geek to the extreme, it was only a matter of time before I found myself doing something like this. Oh, hell yeah! To truly learn what it takes to throw some lead, I needed to get my hands on the real thing. And to get that adrenaline rush, there was only one weapons expert I needed to consult.
That's how it's done.
You're trained in tactical weapons and have shot just about every gun imaginable. What goodies do you have for me today?
Well, we're going to start you off today with shotguns. This is the Mossberg M590A1. This is badass. One of my little favorite features, bayonet on here.
What are these?
These are all machine guns. We have the Colt 9mm for close quarter combat or urban warfare.
Like that?
This is also the Colt 9mm. This is very, very, very rare. This is what the Department of Energy uses. You're going to see this weapon in nuclear power plants carried by the tactical teams.
So this is really hardcore.
This is really, no, it's rare.
It's rare.
Yes.
It's not hardcore?
Yeah, it is hardcore. Any weapon is hardcore. This is the MP5, also used by a lot of SWAT teams. One of the great things about the MP5, it's almost no recoil whatsoever.
Listen, I am so excited to shoot some of these, but first, I think we need a montage.
Montage?
A montage.
A montage. Well, at least all your movements come with sound effects.
What's the proper stance for shooting a pistol?
The main point is being comfortable while you fire. If you're comfortable, you're more likely to be accurate. You see the buttstock? Is your shoulder? The buttstock. You're gonna be angry at this buttstock when it starts farting in your shoulder.
This is my first shot ever.
Sweet. That was it.
I didn't hit it, but
how'd it feel?
Crazy.
You want to do it again?
Okay. I shot it!
Nice.
I got them all! MP5. We've got a whole gang of evil Klingon warriors. Is this what you would recommend to take them out?
Exactly what I recommend. It's light, it's accurate, and it's great for killing Klingons.
Like a kid in a gun store, I had a wide variety of weapons at my disposal, and my trigger finger was itching. Say goodbye, suckers!
I would say you mutated them.
That was such a rush. Weston, thank you so much for passing along your wisdom.
Of course.
I feel like such a badass right now. I got them all!
On Tuesdays, the stork flies into the video store and drops off brand new baby DVDs. They're so cute. Chris Gore is there to kidnap them, Lindbergh style. Welcome back, film expert Chris Gore.
Thanks, folks. I made it. I'm here.
They're excited. All right.
All right.
What is up first?
First, we have the A-Team. A-Team, folks. The A-Team. Why no applause for that? What are you talking about?
What do you think of the A-Team's big screen revival?
I loved it. I thought it was great because I think what was great about this, the action was just over the top insane. It was hilarious, and it did what the A-Team movie needed to do. Like, you needed to fall in love with these characters and just strap in for this ride. And Joe Carnahan did an amazing job.
I actually have to say that I grew up on the A-Team. I loved the A-Team. Like, B.A. Baracus was a personal hero of mine. I know, whenever I say it's really sad, but...
The Mr. T action figure.
No, but I wanted to be
all
Mr.
that.
T because he was an electronics expert, and I was going to be an electronics expert when I grew up. I don't know what I am,
You
but
could still be an electronics expert. Don't put yourself
I was
down.
always interested in computers and that, and partly because of Mr. T a little bit. So I was so excited to see this movie, and I loved it.
Morgan loved it.
I did. I really, really liked it because it didn't take itself too seriously.
Exactly,
The
yeah.
action movies tend to have good extras. So are there good ones?
There's a lot of great ones. So much behind the scenes and tons of like extended scenes, deleted scenes. And Joe Carnahan really is one of those filmmakers that gives you a glimpse into the process. He's self-critical too. He doesn't say that everything I did is great, which is so many of these commentaries. Look how great everything is. He's a critical guy, and he's one of those filmmakers that you can learn from. Loved it.
All right. Well, I am very excited to pick this particular one up. So what's your bottom line?
It's a buy. It's a buy, of course. Absolutely a buy.
What is our next DVD?
Next DVD is The Other Guys.
All right. This is the buddy cop pairing of Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. Could be bad, could be good. Does it work?
It works amazing. I mean, Mark Wahlberg, who thought that he could do comedy so well? I mean, Mark Wahlberg, say hi to your mother for me, I would say. But he's a great straight man in this. And Will Ferrell and all the other comedians, including like Michael Keaton, who we haven't seen in a while. I mean, these guys are improv comics, and director Adam McKay just lets them go loose. In this world, it's fantastic. It's like a parody of an action movie.
And are there extras?
Yeah, tons of them. In fact, there's so many deleted scenes and extended scenes and alternate takes and this and whatnot that you could make an entire movie just from all of that. And Adam McKay is kind of known for that. So it's like you get to watch a whole other movie.
Wow.
And there's just a lot of bizarre fun. You just get a glimpse into this crazy world.
That was awesome.
The opening 10 minutes is just one of the best.
All right,
if you haven't seen it.
So the bottom line then is?
Bottom line is buy it, and not only that, the credit sequence for this movie should be required viewing by every American. Gives you a little glimpse into the banking nonsense.
All right, required viewing. We have some homework now.
Yeah.
All right, what else do we have to check out?
A film called Cyrus.
Okay. I guess it was only natural that we go from a Will Ferrell comedy to one with John C. Reilly in it, which I was kind of skeptical about this movie.
Right.
Yeah. How'd it go? How is it?
Cyrus is cool. In fact, it made my top 10 list of 2D movies of 2010.
Really?
So, yeah, it's that good. And it really just goes to show that you can have just a couple people talking in a room, and that's entertaining. You don't need all this 3D. So what's cool about this is really the performance of Jonah Hill and John C. Reilly just have such great chemistry. They're rivals. And Jonah Hill is Marissa Tomei's son, adult son. Hilarity ensues as they fight for her affection, so to speak.
And the bottom line?
It's a great uncomfortable comedy. Rent it. And it's only a rent because I wish there were more extras.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is a big week. A lot of stuff coming out. We get one more.
Yes. Exit Through the Gift Shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
This is the documentary on street art with which Banksy plays a huge part in.
Yeah, well, Banksy made this film,
Okay.
and it starts out to be about him. He kind of takes this found footage from this guy who renamed himself Mr. Brainwash. Then it ends up being about Mr. Brainwash, this guy Terry, who's a filmmaker documenting street artists. But the thing is, there's a lot of controversy about this film because did Banksy really make it? Is this sort of is this a big prank that he's playing? Because a lot of Banksy's art it sort of makes fun of art in a way. So is he pranking us with this film? I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter. It's a great documentary. It's one of the ones to see, and it will not win documentary for best documentary at the Oscars, but you can't miss it.
Okay, so the bottom line is?
Bottom line is rent it. Strong recommendation.
So there's not a lot of extras then.
Not a lot of extras, unfortunately. If you're gonna own it, you gotta have extras and repeat viewings. That's what I need.
That is true. All right, thanks, Chris. For more Gore, follow him on Twitter at @ThatChrisGore. And now over to that Kevin Pereira guy.
Hi. Stay tuned. TV Terminator Garrett Dillahunt will be here live to talk about his new comedy, Raising Hope.
Love tonight. Attack will come again.
Have you thought grandpas were wise and full of sage advice? You've clearly never met this guy. You gotta Garrett Dillahunt, everybody. I'm sorry. I love the concept of keeping grandma on a leash.
It kind of makes sense, right?
It does. Did you make her sit and look both ways before crossing the street?
She operates on her own kind of rules. you know?
Good, good.
Oh yeah.
I heard you kept her in line, actually. I heard she was blowing smoke
you
in
heard
her
about
face.
that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, it was
Wait,
a
is it okay to
terrible
share that
thing.
story? Do other people know about that?
I don't think
Because
so.
you beat up a senior citizen.
I basically did. I abused Cloris Leachman,
She's a legend.
Emmy winner, Oscar winner, back.
And you drew blood.
we were just playing around. We were off camera for Martha Plimpton's lines, you know, just for her eye line.
Right.
And Cloris was kind of blowing in my face, just kind of being silly. And so I laughingly, I squeezed her nose. You know, and she laughed, and she kind of slapped my hand away. And she's still laughing. It's just blood starts pouring down her face. I felt horrible.
Right.
And she was going,
Oh, what's that taste?
It's okay. It's been very dry lately. She said,
Oh, did you? Now, when you saw
That
the
was
blood,
me. I did that.
when you saw the blood, was it instant regret, or did the killer instinct kick in and you just
horrible.
started ground and pounding right away?
Oh, I see. I see where you're going.
I'm just curious what you
think
did.
I'm really that guy?
Well, you play
It's a
villains.
pretend-
That's
it's a
what you do.
pretend guy.
And you're such a good villain. Like, this is such a... I mean, you're a damn fine villain.
Oh, I like your minions.
We celebrate villainy around here. That's what we do. We always root for the bad guy.
I felt horrible. I felt horrible. Oh, my God. She's 84. She's 84 years old and still going strong, and I gave her a bloody nose.
Check it off the bucket list. You're
Right.
good to go.
That's
You're
true.
good. This character, obviously not a villain.
Right.
But does he like kids? Because I know you tried to eat a kid in the road, which was awesome. But I mean,
You don't know what you do. Right?
no, I don't.
Yeah, I did try to eat a kid. That's right. Thanks for bringing that up. I've raped kids, eaten kids.
Oh, man. You should really check your Wikipedia every now and then. You'd be surprised
Well,
what they
that's why
say
I
you
wanted
do.
to do this show. You know, I want to do something different and, you know, be a nice guy
Right.
and stop, you
But
know,
do
abusing
you-
people for a little while.
Do you offset like kids? Are you a lover of children?
I do like kids. I don't have any kids, but I do like kids. I have a couple nephews that I'm very fond of, and I do not abuse in any way.
I was like, no nosebleeds.
But it's not a far stretch for me not to know what I'm doing with the baby. You know what I mean?
Right,
On
right.
the show. So.
And then, in case you do break the baby in a take, is there a stunt baby? Is there a baby on standby?
It's a set of twins. It's these great twins. Riley and Bailey are their names. Riley's kind of, they call her Smiley Riley. She does all the sort of heavy acting stuff. You know, she's the Meryl Streep of babies. And Bailey's kind of, and she's like the stunt baby. We bring her in
That
for
really
like,
is a stunt
the heavy lifting. She doesn't know it, you know.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of conflict between them later, you know, when Riley says, I was the smiley one, you know, you were the...
Yeah, when Riley
You know.
calls for stunt baby to take a bump down the stairs. 'Cause
That's
that's
right.
what the scene needs. Yeah, just give her the boot. By the way, a little bit of a tangent, but you were awesome in The Terminator.
Thanks.
Phenomenal in the Chronicles. Which model were you again? Were you a 101? You weren't a 101.
Oh
were you?
man, you're gonna make me confess my lack of knowledge of this. I'm like old school Arnold
You were old school
robot kind.
metal,
yeah, I'm not
exoskeleton
liquid.
metal.
The T,
you didn't have the T1000, the mercury goo.
Yeah, that was Shirley Manson. Shirley Manson. was
Right,
one
but
of those, right.
you could now make a living going from sci-fi convention to sci-fi convention, settling arguments about Terminator models. You could totally
that
do
would
that.
be kind of fun, you know. I might be one of the younger dudes, right? Who's been a Terminator, but I've never been asked to go to one of those things.
Really?
No, never have.
Well, you came to the right place,
Wouldn't
sir,
mind.
because give it a month or two. We'd love to have you cosplaying Terminator around here. And we'll make it happen. We'll even give you a baby to eat or throw downstairs,
That'd be
whatever you want to do.
hilarious.
It's fine. Garrett, it was a real pleasure chatting with you, man.
Hey, you too.
You're awesome, dude. Thanks so much for
Yeah,
coming on the
thanks so
program.
much.
Guys, you can catch Garrett in Raising Hope. It airs tonight on Fox. And hey, Garrett's old people and wants to eat children. Tune in. Still ahead, old people dancing in today's epic fail. Maybe there's a nosebleed. Stick around. Thank you so much, man. That was fantastic. Really. Coming up tomorrow on an all-new Attack of the Show. May the Force be with us. Seth Green swings by the studio to spill secrets of Robot Chicken Star Wars 3. Then we rate a new Panasonic Pocket camcorder that doubles as a Skype webcam on Gadgetpron's holiday gift guide. And Blair Herter rezzes into the digital world of Tron Legacy with Jeff Bridges and Olivia Wilde. See it tomorrow. And now let us climb the Great Wall of Tweeds.
Tweets.
Rebel CMI
That's the
says,
echo.
regular-sized Morgan better watch out now that Tiny Morgan has developed a taste for human flesh.
I think that Tiny Morgan doesn't need to. She's not thinking about anything anymore.
What?
I think Tiny Morgan might not show up anymore. I I'm just saying, I mean, she probably suffered a lot of blood loss from that accidental ornament situation. And, you know...
Hasn't she died 3 times already? What are we up to? I mean, hasn't Mega Morgan crushed her under her heel?
I mean, apparently she's very resilient. She's not resilient anymore.
We'll see what happens next week when Tiny Morgan has something to say about this. Speaking of, what does Tiny Morgan want for Christmas?
I think she wants her arm back. But I didn't get her that. I got her a tiny Cuisinart instead.
Oh, a little teeny tiny Cuisinart?
Yeah, because I think she wanted to make some gazpacho soups and stuff like that, and I think it would help like blend that up together. Just for tweeting, Attack of the Show is sending you a totem from Inception. Which is now available on DVD and Blu-ray. The movie, not the totem. It tells you if you're stuck in a dream.
Is this footage a dream?
Yes.
Wait,
It also functions as a keychain.
Yeah, but when it tries to be both things, it's really not very good.
Let's try not to break the gift. All right, it's time for today's epic fail. Old people.
Yeah, seriously, stop driving with your blinkers on and voting against legalizing pot. It's really like not cool. You should just.
The fail is actually old people dancing, not old people in general. Yeah.
All right.
The fail's.
Fail that.
Fail it.
Many thanks to our guests, Garrett Dillahunt, Chris Gordon, of course, regular size fucking Webb!
All right, do the old man dance.
X Play starts right now. Good night.
Yay! He's pretty good at that.